Hey sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. Kay here from At Home with Kay, and today I'm coming to you with another challenge video, but we'll talk about that a little later. Let's get right into this challenge. So what I decided to make, everybody knows my love for Christmas ornaments, making Christmas ornaments, and so I got these like music paper. They look kind of vintage and burnt from Temu, and I'm gonna use these little pages and I'm gonna Mod Podge them on top of these wood octagon circles that I got here from Dollar Tree. These pieces of wood aren't very heavy, so they will hang on a tree. They look heavy, but they aren't because they're really thick. So I'm gonna use these as the base for my ornament, and I'm just gonna take this antique wax and I'm gonna paint it on there, and then I'm gonna wipe it off with a baby wipe because I don't want it very dark. And that's what we're gonna do here. When I first ordered these little sheets from Temu, I thought they were bigger than this. It seems like everything that I get from Temu is tiny, and I guess it's because I don't read the fine print or I don't read the size or whatever, but I actually had to laugh when I got those little paint brushes and these papers. I'm like, man, I thought these were going to be bigger than that. But it is what it is. You get what you pay for. That's for sure. So I'm just going to add the antiquing wax onto this wood, and we're going to go on to our next step. This is actually a Christmas video. It was a little bit challenging for me because I'm not in the Christmas spirit right now. Okay, I said it. I'm not. It's just not Christmas time, so this is hard for me. But I'm gonna do it because I really want to, you know, broaden my horizons and try new things that are not really me. Doing Christmas when it's not Christmas is really hard, but that's what I'm doing here. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And I've been slipping a little bit too because I took a week's vacation and went and visited my sister in Delaware, and it was such a fun and enjoyable time. It was my younger sister who lives there, and then my older sister who lives here in Michigan. She went also, so we just had like her daughters called it a sister fest, and I thought that was just hilarious because that's what it felt like. But anyway, we had such a good time. So coming back and getting back into the crafting, it's been hard for me, and I don't know why. It's like I got out of my zone and I'm just trying to get myself back into it. So this video is going to help me do that. So now that I got the antique wax on and I wiped it off, I'm going to use these beads, these large wooden beads, as my topper for my ornament. This is what I'm going to put my string through, this nice round bead. And I'm just going to put the wax on it, same as I did the ornament, and wipe it off. So next I thought to add some dimension, I take a little bit of my white paint and dry brush it on there a little bit just so it wouldn't be just plain brown, but it would have, you know, some areas where it looked a little bit worn and everything. So that's what I'm going to do. And then also you're going to see in the end that I'm going to go through and I'm going to put antique wax on the sides and the back of these ornaments. I might not do it on camera, but at the end you'll be able to see that I completely covered the entire ornament with the antique wax. So I went ahead and I glued one completely together and put the paper on front with the Mod Podge, and I made these cute little bowls. I did two different bowls, one the black and red gingham and then the other some red and white. I actually think now that I got them all done and I've looked at them, I like the black and red better than the red and white. I guess because that looks a little bit more vintage to me. But either way, I'm just gonna do both of them. And I also felt like it needed some greenery on here. And you're gonna see in the end that I am gonna add a little bit of greenery on both of these ornaments. So here I'm just gonna show you how I pieced it together. I took some of this gold roping, that is gonna be my hanger, and I just glued it inside of the bead. After I put the bead on top of the other piece of wood, then I add some glue in the hole and I just stuff my string, my cording inside of there. And now I'm just taking some Mod Podge and I'm going to cover the ornament with Mod Podge, and then I'm going to cover the paper with the Mod Podge also, and then tear off the excess. I wish that it would have been burned like that all the way around instead of just on the bottom, because there's an instrument, I think that's called a French horn. I'm not going to get the top part of my French horn on my ornament, but it's still going to turn out pretty in the end. All right, so here I'm just cutting off the excess, and then I'm just going to sand down the edges a little bit with my sanding block, and then we'll move on to the next step. So about this challenge, it's called For the Love of Christmas. The host of the challenge is Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIYs. The co-host is Amanda from Six Kids and a Glue Gun, and also Crafty Hens. I'm going to link the playlist and these lovely young ladies' channels in the description box below. Next, I found these cute little houses from Dollar Tree. They were in the area where you get the picture frames from, and I just got two sets of them. And what I thought was these would make the cutest little like village houses, and I'm gonna leave them on this little wire that they're on. I think they're on a wire. And what I did was I took my sandpaper and I just sanded them off, and I'm gonna paint them like gingerbread houses. I think this is gonna be so cute. This paint is the color of gingerbread, I believe. So I'm going to paint them, and then I'm gonna use my white puffy paint to do you know, the door and the windows, and have snow coming down the roof. I'm only going to do one set of the houses. I didn't do both. I'm going to go back, and I think I'm going to buy some more of these, and I'm just going to do a whole little village of different kinds of little houses. I think that is so cute. I love little villages. I had this big idea that I was going to have this massive Christmas village, and I just put it off all year, so I didn't get it done. So if I do a village this year, it'll definitely be something on a much smaller scale than I had in my mind. But these little houses, you're gonna see, they're gonna turn out so cute. And I like that they were already on this little wire together, because I could just do 4 of them, you know, all at once, and have them sitting in a little arrangement. But I'm definitely gonna go back to Dollar Tree and try to find some more of these cute little houses. And it was my intention just to keep the beads in the middle, the natural wood color, but I ended up accidentally getting paint on one of them. So then at the end, I'm just gonna paint the beads this nice little brown tan color also. All right, so next I got my puffy paint. The little bottle is almost done, so I'm just going to use up the rest of that, and I'm just going to do simple door, windows, and snow coming down the roof. I'm just keeping it very simple because I don't want to make a mistake. So I'm just going to make these little pieces. And this one, my paint was a little bit runnier, so this window got all blurbed in together, and I'm going to have to fix it in the end. But in the end, they're going to turn out so cute. You'll see. So cute. I can't wait to do more of these little houses. So next I got this little cutting board of some sort from Dollar Tree. But I thought what I'm going to do is I peeled all the paper off. It didn't quite come off, so I covered it with some butcher paper on the back. And then I'm going to paint the backside completely white. And I thought that I would make this little gingerbread guy. Do you know the little saying, "Oh snap," and his leg is snapped off? I said that's how I feel, like, oh snap, it's almost Christmas. So that's what I thought I would make, that little gingerbread. So what I'm going to do is I am going to paint this entire thing white, and then we will move on to our next step. Okay, and I have my brown clay here, my foam clay, and I just formed it into a little gingerbread because I honestly don't even know where my gingerbread cutters are, and I have so many of them. So I just formed out a little gingerbread guy here, and I just smooth out the edges. It's not perfect, but you get the idea. And what I'm going to do next is I am going to glue him to my cutting board, but first I think I'm gonna paint him the right color. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna paint him the right color, and then we're gonna move on to our next step. Yeah, I have a whole set of cookie cutters, gingerbread cookie cutters, but I can't for the life of me remember where they are. So I gotta work on that and remembering where I put some stuff, because I rearranged things and my brain is just lost. I don't know what I did with them, but this will work for now. So I'm going to add that same paint that I used for the little houses onto this gingerbread guy. And then we're going to glue him to the cutting board and go on to our next step. But first, before I glue them down, I'm gonna take the leg and cut it a little bit and make it look like someone tried to take a little bite out of it. This is where our old snap comes into here, comes into play. So next I'm going to take my puffy paint and I'm going to do his face to look like a surprise. Because remember he's saying, oh snap, it's almost Christmas. That's how I feel right now. And then I'm just going to add some little swervy lines on his arms and legs. And then I'm going to glue him to our cutting board. Now these letters that I got that I'm going to use on here, they're actually fabric letters. They're iron-on letters, but I thought they were so pretty and shiny and red and they reminded me of Christmas. I'm just going to hot glue them right onto my little cutting board here. And I'm using my smaller hot glue gun, but I keep picking up the big one because it's sitting there, but it's actually not plugged in. So that's what you see me keep doing there. But I'm just going to glue the words right there on the corner before we move on. Okay, so next I got this pretty ribbon from the Dollar Tree. I've never seen it there before. It's new, I believe, and it's red and white on the edges and kind of looks like snowy, sparkly in the middle. And I'm just gonna make a simple bow to add to the top of the cutting board. And remember to check out the playlist in the description box below. And also remember to check out the hosts, Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIY, Amanda, 6 Kids in a Glue Gun, and also the Sweet Crafty Hints. And here we are at the end of the video. Here are our beautiful ornaments. And see, I put the greenery on there. I think they turned out very, very nice. And I love this one because I love it with the black and red ribbon. I think that one looks much more vintage. Those trees in the background, I made those last year. You can see that in my on my channel from last year. Here are these cute little houses. Aren't they just adorable? I think this is my favorite DIY of this whole video. I can't wait to go back to Dollar Tree and find some more of these houses. Super cute. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And there is our little guy. Look how surprised he is. He is so shocked that it's almost Christmas. He just can't believe that it snuck up on him like that. I love that cutting board. Thanks you guys for tuning in today, for clicking on this video. Let me know which one of these DIYs was your favorite. Please check out the playlist in the description box below, along with the hosts, Rustic and Lace DIY, 6 Kids in a Glue Gun, and Crafty Hints. Love you guys.